Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. I would like to welcome you all to day 11 of my whiskey advent box. If you've been watching this series so far, then you would already know that this box has been made up of a whole bunch of samples that I have received throughout the year, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to throw 24 samples into this box and make my own advent box. So that is my ingenious way of getting through samples, and that's what we're going to do. Now, I don't have any other additional information about the whiskies in this box at the moment, but whatever other information that I am able to find, I will put in the description box down below. So if you are curious about knowing anything else, just take a look in the description box and there will be some extra info, if I can find it. All right, moving along, let's see what we're getting. So day 11, and I have got the Watkins Whisky, the Watkins Whisky Co. small batch 43% ABV. Now, I've got no idea where this has come from. I have a feeling it's either going to be a bourbon or an Irish whiskey. I could be mistaken. Obviously, I will put that information down below. So, yeah, the Watkins Whisky Co. small batch 43% ABV. Let's pour some into the glass and see what we get. All right, on the nose. Okay, so wow, this is a strange one, but kind of strange in a good way. It's a note that I've never had on a whiskey before. So it's quite waxy and smoky, but the smell of this is like when you've just snuffed out a candle and you've got that smoky, waxy note from the candle. Lots of vanilla, a little bit of caramel, burnt toffee. It's fruity as well. Yep, it's like a strawberry candy. This is a very unique nose. I have not had a whiskey that noses like that before, which I'm hoping that the taste is going to be good, but I'm just excited to have a different profile on the nose. It's amazing to discover these kind of things. There's also some earthy elements to it as well. A little bit of honey. It's quite oaky as well. Maybe a touch of menthol. Alright, I can't wait anymore. Let's just get onto the palate and we'll see how we go. So cheers. Wow, so this is it's a very unique whiskey. So the mouthfeel isn't too thick. The mouthfeel isn't too thin. It's bottled at 43% ABV, so it gives you that little bit of extra bite, but it's not too intense either. It's quite sweet. I'm getting the notes, I'm kind of getting like a boiled candy kind of note. So in Australia, and I've mentioned this before in previous videos, to me it reminds me of these like little hard candies that I used to get as a kid that were called Bo Peeps. I don't know if those are available elsewhere, but that's kind of the vibe that I get from it. I'm also getting a bit of like a cola Chupa Chup. But this is a very like candied style whiskey, but funnily enough, it isn't too sweet. Normally, this kind of profile for other whiskeys that I've had in the past would just kind of put me on a sugar high, and I don't like those types of sweet whiskeys. But this is actually quite interesting. It just makes you want to keep exploring it more and more. It is definitely a whiskey style that I am not too familiar with. I think coming up towards the back end of the palate as well, I'm starting to get a bit of like a marshmallow note. I am also getting subtle apple and pear notes as well. Moving along to the finish, pretty much the same kind of profile that I'm getting, say, from the nose and the palate as well. The only other difference is I'm starting to notice a little bit more barrel char and smoke. I'm assuming that this isn't a peated whiskey because it definitely doesn't have that peated element to it. But the smoke coming through is definitely something that I would associate with, say, like a medium to heavy barrel char. Again, it's a very interesting whiskey. I think if you're able, personally, it's probably not something that I would go outright and buy, but obviously being able to try a sample of it is definitely a fantastic way of being able to try something like this. So if you know of anybody that has a bottle, or or if you've been curious about it and you've seen it in a whiskey bar, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth looking into. So if you have enjoyed this content so far, then please make sure you go ahead and hit the bell notification and the subscription button. You're definitely going to want to stay up to date with the rest of the whiskeys that I have coming up in this series, and obviously other videos that will be coming out in the future. I'm going to leave it at that. My name is Andrew, and I will see you all again on the next video. KIPPIS. Well, since you made it this far into the video, why not go ahead and check out some of these other reviews that I have done. I will see you all again next time. Bye bye.